Hey, it's been a while. I'm Chris from Las Vegas, and I am a gearhead. Now, the last time I did a video, I was talking about Korg, I was talking about wireless MIDI, and into the new year, I'm gonna do the same thing. Now, it's been a while. I totally changed around my studio. As you could see, we moved the we moved the baby grand piano into a room, and I basically built my studio around the baby grand piano. Now, what happened to my old studio? Let's go check it out. Since it's a new year and everybody's into resolutions, we built a workout room basically. Here, I'm not showing it good. See, I got weights, workout benches, pull-up bar, but basically, yeah. This was my first studio in the house. They gave me a bedroom, I turned that into a studio, and now I get a bigger bedroom with a bigger closet for my new studio. So I'm kind of super excited. Now, I promised one of my viewers that I would do a sound synthesis video on the Casio CZ-1000. It was one of the things I promised to do last year at the end of 2020. It's 2021. I'm happy to do it. So join me. I am super excited about my new studio because we basically took down Christmas and we rearranged the house. So I got a bigger studio, and we got a workout room, and it's a beautiful new year, and I'm ready to dive into it. Last year, somebody asked me to do a video on sound synthesis of the Casio CZ-1000. It's a really awesome keyboard. I'm going to go over some quick starts that are in one of the manuals. I'm going to suggest that you freeze when I show the manual pictures, so you can either look up the manual itself on manual libs or lib manuals. I believe it's on Google. Or you could just take a screenshot. You could freeze this video and take a screenshot and then go from there. So I'll do my best to show you the examples in the book and some shortcuts that I've learned on my own, hopefully that are super simple that anybody could do, okay? Now, first off, I'm going to go over some quick start examples that are in this handbook that comes with the Casio CZ-1000. I hope it's really, really easy for you to follow along. I'm just chilling in my backyard. Amazingly enough, this is my favorite room in the house, even though it's not in the house, it's outside of the house. I'm burning incense. I got my own hippie feel down. I hope you dig. Now, sound synthesis. This is the sound synthesis handbook. You could check it out for the Casio CZ-1000. You could check it out online. Not that hard to find. So you see, sound editing doesn't have to be the most complicated thing unless you're really into that, unless you want to dive into synthesis and you really, really want to pick apart how you how you make all of your tones, how you make all of your patches. You can do that, but at the same time as you could just use one or two buttons and change the settings on that, and it will totally flip around a simple sound into something super more complicated. Now let's try that one more time. I like the 7 and 7, man. Let's see. 7, 7. Almost like electric guitar. Let's see. So for New Year's, when COVID isn't ending the world, I'd love to put a synthesizer club together where we could have meetings again. That's something I want to do in the new year. I know a great hall where I could rent rent a meeting hall where I could bring a whole bunch of synthesizers, maybe once a month, maybe every 2 weeks, and meet with locals in Las Vegas to do synthesizer editing, basically, and compare sounds and patches. It's geeky, it's nerdy, but it's something I'd love to do. I'd also love to go to the drum circles again, man. When COVID is all over, man, I would love to go to the drum circles. I'd love to bring some synthesizer drums with me. I've got some new Korg. I got the new Korg Voca drum. I'd love to play that at a drum circle, man, to be that guy who brought synthesizer drums to a drum circle, man. I'm hopeful. I'm happy for a new year. I love synthesis. I believe music heals. Sorry I haven't done a video in a while. I will do more editing videos when I can. Hugs, health, happiness from Las Vegas. All right. So we are going to do a quick review of everything that we just edited. Now, we're going to start off with the preset brass ensemble. This is right there. We are going to octave range number 1. Going to hit the octave key. I'm going to hit the range till it says number 1. See right there. Okay. Now we're going to go to our pitch envelope, which is our first DCO, and we're going to hit it up to step number 4. Let's see. Actually, to step number 2. And we're going to change the rate from 68 to rate 50. Now right there you have rate 68. We're going to change that to rate 50 right there. And we're going to go to our amp and we're going to change the rate of our amp. So we're going to go to DCA1, hit the amplifier, and we're going to change that rate to step 4. Change that rate 55 to a 22. A little bit more in-depth sound editing, but it will change this trumpet sound, this brass ensemble sound, into something really pretty. Now the last thing, the easiest thing, is the detune. We're going to change the fineness of the note of the detune to a 7. And that should make a perfect fifth harmony. Let's see, we're going to go to detune. Note 7. Now all together that should turn a brass ensemble into an oriental brass ensemble. Let's give it a listen. Woo! That is definitely sounding like Oriental's brass. Now you can hit your compare key so you can hear the tone it was before you did all your sound editing. Now hit the compare key. That's what we started out with. Now, after the editing, now again, you don't need to do all the complex editing into the sound envelopes in order to change your sound. You could do something simple by hit tone mix, which will put 2 tones on top of each other, 2 patches on top of each other. That will change your sound pretty much. You could change your sound wave basically in your first oscillator in your DCO. That will change your sounds. Let's see. Well, let's hit this. We're on brass. This is what we did. Let's change that sound wave. We have the first sound wave. We're going to change the second half of the sound wave. It combines these sound waves and these sound waves together. Let's see, so we're gonna change that first one. We're gonna change the second one into a sound wave 4. And let's give that a sound. Ooh, super distortion, dude. Super distortion, I dig that. Let's do that again, but we're gonna do it with a completely different, a completely different patch. Now we're gonna start off with the bass synth patch. Now we're gonna change the wave of this patch. Now it's gonna say wave 2 and wave 3. We're gonna change that wave, second wave 3 to a wave 4. Let's give that a listen. Let's hear the difference. Here's what it sounded like before. And here's what it sounds like after. Yeah, a little bit more thicker, a little bit more resin. Now, we're gonna hit the tone mix, which is gonna play 2 tones on top of another. And you could pick whatever you want your tone mix to be. I want to play a bass on top of a bass. So that's 2 tones on top of each other. This is without. Second tone. A little thicker. Now, with the editing. Now, let's mess with the tone wave a little bit more just so you can hear the differences. Now, this is our first part of the wave, which would be this square wave. The second part of the wave is number 4. 2 and 4. Those are 2 are added together to make your wave. Let's change that wave to a 3. Ooh, a little bit more bite. If you change them both to a 4, it kind of nullifies itself out. It's just one wave. It's not 2 waves put together, it's one wave. Let's see, let's do one more, wave 5. By the way, these waves, they're more erratic, they're quicker, they're faster. That'd be something you'd want to do if you want to make a nice distortion sound, to make a bass, an electronic bass, sound like a distorted guitar. Let's see, let's do it more. A little simple sound editing and you've got a distorted guitar. We could even detune that, do the perfect 5th on the detune. Let's see. And let's see what this distorted guitar sounds like now. Ooh, dude. Oh, dude, really? Are you for real? Listen to that resonance. Oh, dude. Nice. Just a couple of simple things. Just changing the wave, just changing the detune will change everything in your sound when it comes to manipulating this guy. So sound manipulation doesn't have to be too hard when it comes to the Casio CZ-1000. Keep practicing, keep trying, do simple stuff. You don't have to change, you don't have to mess around with all of these different envelope generators. You can just do it with with the waveform. You could just change your waveform. You could just use the detune key and change your entire patch. Health, hugs, happiness from Las Vegas. I'm chilling in my backyard, getting my Zen on.